Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you the strongest 1v5 Bel'Veth jungle build, and that is to take lethal tempo. Her E scales off of attack speed extremely well, and on top of that, her Q does. It puts it on a lower cooldown, so lethal tempo is really nuts. Plus, Conquer doesn't synergize with her E healing or her R healing at all. Conquer, when it's full stacked, increases your self healing. It doesn't interact with E or R, so Conquer's actually not quite ideal on her. So we took lethal tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, with free boots, cosmic, attack speed 80, and armor. On Bel'Veth, your first item, you get away with going a high damage item, since in ganks, everyone's trying to get away from you. You don't need a tank item on your first purchase. Now, with that being said, Kraken is not the item. It's been over nerfed, plus it's just as strong on range champs as it is on melee, and it's been nerfed to the point where it's just kind of poop. So what you want is Bork for the slow on the third auto attack. It also speeds you up. After that, you really want to go for Mortal Shield Bow. The damage output is nuts. We're going to auto attack Q. Q is a great auto reset. Plus, you don't want to overstack your passive. Every time you use an ability, your next two auto attacks will be empowered. Get that extra attack speed in. Generally, you want to start with the leash for the best start possible. With that being said, you can easily solo start on raptors or wolves without really taking much damage. Your E is a really big execute, so you usually want to smite before you use it to maximize its damage, and your E also heals you a crap load for the damage it deals, and your E has way more range than your auto attacks. So oftentimes in ganks, your E is the last thing you use. It's to secure the kill, and it's also, you'll use it when you can no longer reach them with your auto attacks, or if your dashes are on cooldown. In fact, there's a lot of Bel'Veth builds popping up where you max E first and not Q first. With that being said, going for Q max first is much safer and consistent. Auto attack W, auto attack Q. You can only have up to 6 empowered auto attacks at a time, so keep that in mind. If you're going to mash out all of your abilities at once, you'll probably be wasting empowered auto attacks. Auto attack W. Our smite's going to be up here in a moment, then we can look for gank on Vayne. Flash is good on Bel'Veth. Ghost is better, though. She's a reset style champion. For the same reason, taking Ghost on Master Yi is really good. It is also good on Bel'Veth. Your E does triple damage if the target is around a third health or lower. So try not to use your E if they're still half health or higher. You'll be missing out on a massive amount of damage output. Auto Q. It's almost time to gank here. Just need one more Q to finish off this camp. Your Q is massive AoE damage, so it's pretty good against Krugs and Raptors and whatnot. We finished around 325, very similar to a Master Yi full clear, pretty standard on a Bel'Veth. Max our Q first. I'm going to go ahead and Ghost for this. I want to get on top of her. She has nowhere to go. After she does that, then... Alright, we didn't get the kill, and we weren't going to quite be able to land stun. We dash away. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to get the kill on her. The problem is Vayne still had her tumble, so if we threw out her stun, she was immediately going to dodge it. It's all right, though. We got her flash. She might have also popped her ghost there. And we got off our full clear. On Bel'Veth, your objective is just full clear. And we'll go for pickaxe. You want a full clear, then gank. Get all of our HP back, push out onto the map. Our ghost is on cooldown. We get sums. Pretty successful, even though we didn't get a kill out of it. It's fine. We've also shut down Vayne's tempo. She's a very strong early game bully type of champion, similar to a Teemo, to where if you can gank her and you're not losing anything to gank her, even if you don't get the kill, it can help your team out a lot. Auto attack Q. Really, all your abilities on Bel'Veth are auto attack resets. An important thing to keep in mind, whenever you use your R, don't do it if you're being focused or if you're taking turret shots or if someone's almost dead and if you just need to hit them a little bit more, they'll die. Don't use your R because it takes a while to channel, and they have a decent chance of getting away if you do that. So think of her R as a way to damage and slow them if they're already standing on top of it, if you need that extra gap closer, or if you're not in your powerful form after consuming an epic monster or a champion's lavender, then it can be worth it because you're much stronger. You have more auto attack range, you get more attack speed, you are quite a bit better. Plus your jumps go over walls. You get extra movement speed too. You get a bunch of extra stats. Many stats. In a perfect world, you'll always be empowered on Bel'Veth. In reality, if your ganks aren't panning out, you'll end up getting your empowerments from epic monsters. Herald and Baron last for 3 minutes, and Champions and Dragons last for 1 minute. Vi's bot side, this is a perfect opportunity for us to invade her. Our Q's getting on a lower and lower cooldown for each point we put into it. On top of that, the more things you kill, you get more permanent attack speed on Bel'Veth, and more attack speed puts her Q on our lower cooldown as well. Go ahead and smite it, and then we'll pop it with E. Juicy execute. Our E wouldn't have quite killed Vayne either, for those of you wondering, well, why not press E? Why not press W? We needed a few more hits before we could really do either. And I think she used her ghost, because we had red buff autos on her the whole time. And we had a good flank on her to where she couldn't really condemn us. I'll go ahead and leave that wolf. I don't want it to reset. Now Vayne's mainly playing underneath turret. I'll go mid here. I don't really want to use my ghost though. Let in with stun only because I'm behind her. Auto attack Q. Notice how I kind of held on to my Q. We were already behind her and she was trying to get to where we already were. Since your Q is a dash, if you end up using it and sliding through them as they're running the opposite way, they'll get away from you. So if you're already behind somebody, it's oftentimes not good to immediately throw out a Q. You can end up messing things up. It's usually best to just walk up, hit them with an auto attacks for pressure, and then stun them. Now that we have the lavender, you have to press R over it. Don't forget to do that. I forget to do that all the time. Now we are faster and stronger and longer. We're level 6. These guys aren't. Need my bot lane to react here. I'll attack W. Pop her with my E. We heal a lot, do some decent damage. That was not worth it all though. I was honestly expecting my bot lane to react a little bit more than they did. Janna lands a nice tornado, but MF gets a kill out of it, so. I want to get this lavender chunk right here. If you get a kill or assist on the champion, that's how you'll end up getting it. I don't really want to we'll pop him with our E. We get the execute and we're out of there. He was low enough on health to where it made sense. Plus, Janna gave us extra damage off of her shield. Whenever Janna shields you, you get extra AD, which is obviously going to give us a nice juicy bit there. We can easily escape from MF with our dashes. We got a lot of gold from the plates. We'll go back into our jungle here. We're in a really good spot off that. Dragon is an option. I'm not crazy about it. I think we might have seen Vi topside. Should pop my refills way sooner than I did there. Held on to those for a long time. Always try to think about your activatable items whenever you go into a fight. I'll go ahead and pick up this lavender. I can't really get to MF anyways. I mean, I can get over this wall once it's up, but can we get here in time? I don't know. Knock up, blue smite, I'll attack Q. I don't have my E is the problem. If my E was up, Maokai definitely dies. 100%. There I'm just leeching a lot of XP. I'm showing bot side so much though that my top side might be completely gone. We can back for Bork here soon, so I'd rather stay on the map while we're still in our empowered form. That way we have the extra movement speed, attack speed, auto attack range, all that. Go ahead and pop it with our E. Should have probably put one more auto on that guy before we did it. And that's shoving bot side. She doesn't have boots, and she's also missing a lot of health and mana. It's looking very gankable. We don't have our lavender though. Like, we're not in our final form now. So I don't know. I guess coral is the correct word. Consuming void coral. What a lovely phrasing. We're not going to be able to do it. They're running away right when they see Janna. I'll reset. We're sitting on Bork anyways. Bork is a disgusting power spike. You don't need to be tanky early. You only need to be tanky once you're doing 3-4 man team fights. Oftentimes on Bel'Veth, you're not the first person to go in, though. Since she has cleanup abilities, she's similar to a Katarina or a Master Yi, where the fight's getting started and then you go in, because the enemies have used their most important abilities typically at that point. Usually look for the E max second. You can max it first. It's just not as consistent as Q max. It does have its place though, for sure. I'm gonna pop Ghost for this. Got her with Blue Smite. Pop her with E. She had pop Condemn there. We definitely could have just held on to our E until after she used her Condemn. We didn't really lose anything by doing that though. I mean, in fact, we got the Coral off of her. I could go ahead and just take this. We have the Lifesteal. We have the Coral. For those of you who are upset, I've been calling it Lavender. Boo-hoo. These are all made-up words anyways. But yeah, we'll get the Coral from Herald here in a second, which lasts for 3 seconds. It's on everything else that you consume. You get Lavender, which gives you extra attack speed. There we go. Let's not forget to grab it. Now we get it for 3 minutes rather than just 1 minute off of Dragon or a yeah, Violent Frostfire Gauntlet. That's interesting. We'll be able to shred her solo. Ooh, Locks, you fool. Get her with Knock Up, Blue Smite, Auto Attack Q, into the E. Oh, we got it. That's sick. See that E damage? It's wicked if they're low health. You gotta save it till they're low. I'm gonna run out of time to pick this up. I want to get that. If you stay to kill the minions, you'll get your little voidlings. They help a lot with breaking turrets. They can soak a turret shot and whatnot. So I'll stay. As long as you're there, you get them. Very nice. Let's use some keys for extra attack speed. Ooh, I don't like this at all. Vi's here too. I'd rather just leave. Where equal gold spent is Vi, like a little bit higher. Oh, that's not good. I'm dead 100%. Got nowhere to go. I didn't realize Vayne had flanked us. That's kind of my bad. Right when the ward hit the brush, I was so confused. I was thinking, where the heck did that come from? And then after about half second or a second, oh no, Vayne's in the brush. Sure enough, she pops us with Condemn. I do think they might lose first turret out of it. I hope. I think plated would be best here. We already have Morgana Black Shield. Second item rush, once again, Shield Bow is the way to go right now. The Shield Bow win rate is popping up really fast and really hard as people are starting to recognize it's always Bork Rush into Shield Bow. A lot of players are still going for Kraken Slayer. Those who haven't caught on yet. It's just not worth it. The item's been over nerfed. Whenever you find items that give equal value for range and melee champs, in terms of there's no reduction for range champs, it's usually not an overpowered item. At best, it's just a decent item. Bork's one of those items that's very overpowered, which is why it literally does less damage if you're a ranged champion versus a melee when you're using it. Otherwise, it would break the game, which it did, because champions like Lucian and other multi-hit AD carries or fast auto-attack AD carries, pop them with E, go into Lavender mode, do damage, true damage and slow. I like having Morgana with me. It makes fighting easy. No reason to throw out a skill shot if you're already on top of them, because you might miss. It's very possible. It's best to just hit them with autos if that's like, if you already have the distance to kill them, if you know for a fact you're going to get the kill with or without the skill shot, don't throw the skill shot out early, because they'll try to juke it. That's what they're actively trying to avoid. So just save it as a bullet in your gun that you're just holding on to. Like we did against Lux. So that's when right when you go to throw out the skill shot, you have to stand still, and then that's when they flash or juke, and then all of a sudden now they're getting away from you, and you never even had to take that risk to begin with. Having an enchanter on your team like Morgana, Lulu, or Janna is really nice for Bel'Veth. It's very, very nice. I like it a lot. It feels so good. I need to get my Lavender. It's so easy to forget. Running out of time to lay Herald. We'll lay right there. We still have our coral for another 45 seconds or so. Might as well use it against champs or in an invade situation. Their bot lane is missing. MF's full item. Maokai is close to a full item. I'm near a wall. They can't kill me here. Oh, okay. I'm dead. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting the Vi there. I was actually going to kill MF, but not if Vi's going to CC me. We can kill MF really, really fast. She has 0 health, 0 armor, only tier 1 boots. Worst case scenario, I was going to come back to this wall and hop over, but Vi snapped me over the wall. It's my bad. I didn't need to look for that. There was no point. We were already in the power position to where when we go to objectives, they have to give it. To where realistically, if I get a kill there or a red buff, it's not going to change the game in a meaningful way. But if I die there, it will change the game in a meaningful way because now I'm losing a bunch of golden XP. Vi's in my jungle taking my stuff. Little rat. With her tanky Frostfire Gauntlet build. Frostfire Gauntlets are becoming incredibly popular. A lot of champions are starting to take it. It's definitely a good item. But yeah, it's not as good as a lot of people are thinking it is. It's just good. It's not broken. Bork is broken. Bork's so freaking overloaded. I'm ghosting for this. Get the... Oh, got her flash. I blew my ghost for her flash. Flash is a way longer cooldown. It sucks that she had it, though. She also must have seen me really early with how she reacted. The Jinx isn't fed at all. She could easily solo Jinx. I need Morg to keep coming. I have to save knock up for MF's R. Hey, Maokai. Pop him with E. I'll say well played to Morg. That was good of her. I don't want to steal all of the minions. I mean, might as well let her get some of that. Just trying to shove the wave. We'll try to play around Morg as much as possible. They do have a lot of CC. Between Vi's double knocks and Maokai's double root, knock, and slow, it's going to be challenging to get on the targets I want to get on. Dash into her, blue smiter, then look for the stun, auto attack Q, into the E, and then we can dash out, go back in for the lavender. In a perfect world, they're already CC'd or slowed before UW, in which case I used my blue smite to achieve that. I'm blocking off the Vi. The Maokai R was in vain. Like, low value is what I'm trying to say. Our E gives us huge damage reduction, so they couldn't really get a kill there. The amount of damage reduction on it is simply absurd. I might have to bounce out, though. Oh my god! I think I accidentally canceled my E there. I gave Vayne a big shutdown. Well, actually, Vayne only got 450 gold total off that kill on me. I'm a little surprised it was that little. It's kind of interesting. We had the coral, so we were able to go over the walls with our Qs. Qs on super short cooldown because we've got a lot of lavender on our passive, which gives us a bunch of attack speed, 67% extra attack speed. Sucks that we died, though. Now we got shield bow, we're even tankier. At this point, you do have options on Bel'Veth. Your third item choice is basically just armor or magic resist, depending on what you need against their team. I'd say, honestly, Death Stance. Death Stance is super strong. It keeps you alive, makes you take less damage temporarily. Plus, the AD feels really nice on Bel'Veth. Synergizes with her E. Don't get me wrong, Wit's End is good. The team's only double magic damage with the Lux and Maokai, though. And Maokai's not really fed, and he's building just raw tank. So, if anything, we're building against the Vi, Vayne, and MF here, particularly MF. I need Morgana to be over here. This is a really weird spot to be in. Generally don't want to be on the flank on Bel'Veth. There's really nowhere else for me to be, though. If I just stand in front, I can't get to them. I don't have a coral. I don't like this at all. If Lux lands a snare, it's gonna suck. Might as well get this. He's big mode now. I'll ghost in for that. Popper with the E. We weren't able to get a kill, and we got Lux snared. I mean, oh, we gotta get out. I R'd, but I also got snared, so it wasn't worth it all. I R'd for a bit of HP, but yeah, that was not worth. This Lux is absolute chunking. I took almost all the damage from the Lux. If my E's on cooldown and Lux hits me, I'm just gonna die. We did take 3,000 damage there, nearly 3k damage when we only have 1,700 HP, so I'm happy with how much damage we were able to take. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch that fight. I feel like MF got off a decent R, and MF's just kind of hard to deal with. Ideally, we do need Coral to have an easy fight, because if we don't have the Coral, we're missing out on so much attack speed, extra health, movement speed, attack range. That's really troll. She just died for nothing there. I don't think we can even fight for this, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like this fight at all. Like, maybe with Morgana it works. I say we just collapse on the Vayne here. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. We're getting destroyed now. That one Maokai sapling was so bad for us. I just need to farm up. We should have just given that dragon. They got so many kills off that. Bel'Veth is an infinite scaler. So if you find yourself just in fights you can't win, go back to farming for a bit. I should have given up that dragon way sooner. Vayne's giving them a lot of value. I'll say that much. It's not easy for Nard to get in on their team. They have so much CC that Vayne's shred power is actually giving them so much value. I don't want to fight her. If she has flash and ghost, this isn't going to be playable. She also is only one item less than me. And she's the same levels, so we do have a lot of gold, but at the same time, 2 item Vayne's damage output is more than sufficient to oh, I die here. Maybe not. Well, I will. It's kind of worth because we get MF. It's only worth from the perspective that we were dead no matter what. Vi is actually a bit of a hard counter to Bel'Veth. It's not her highest win rate matchup in the world. It's one of her lower win rate matchups because she can cancel your E. And Bel'Veth's Q lets her effectively dodge most skill shots in the game if you're paying attention. But Vi R isn't a skill shot, so she can tie you down rather quickly. Mork has to kite away. Lux R is already off a cooldown. Holy crap. Big Jinx R, that's good. And at this point, I'm thinking just Rageblade or Bloodthirster. I'm actually down for Bloodthirster, just more damage. Because we can solo really anyone on their team effectively. We could split push if we really wanted to, but what I do want is the Coral. We're not getting any Coral, man. It's harder in the mid-late game to get Coral for free. Because in the early game, sure, you gank. What are they going to do, right? 2v1, they can't turn. And it's not necessarily easy to get away from a Blue Smite Bel'Veth who has Ghost and all that stuff. Especially if you can come up deep behind them. At this point in the game, before a team fight, if you haven't had a chance to get a Coral off an objective or a previous kill, it's just one of those things. They just got vision of us off that. This is a bad fight. Morgana is top side. I'll ping it off and then we'll go over here. If Morgana isn't in on a fight, it doesn't make sense to fight. It's just that simple. I'll be taking those raptors. Vi's building a lot of tanks. She's going full tank. She knows that MF, Lux, and Vayne can do enough damage for a whole team. Just those three. So she's actually building probably the best items for her team right now. Our best bet might actually be just run a split. MFR is made for team fights. Maokai R is for team fights. Lux R is basically for team fights. I'll ghost for this. Blue Smiter. Got her with the stun. Or I should say the knock up into E. Yeah, it wasn't really worth. I'm not quite sure what we got out of Vayne, to be honest. But if I have to burn my R for it, it doesn't feel good. Oh no. I think I just die here. And Janna's literally pulling Vi right. Janna literally flashed into me. It's like, bro. I panic E'd when they were dumping stuff on me, and it basically got me killed. All I needed to do was Q, but they realized I was in the bush, apparently. Can my Q come back up, please? There it is. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know, man. This game feels way harder than it should be. Drop the E on him into the coral. We got to Q back immediately. There's just nothing we can do there. I don't know. Oh, we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. There's too much. They're too tanky. We might need a black cleaver, ironically. You don't normally get a black cleaver on Bel'Veth. This feels like one of those games, though. A lot of the times it's because Bel'Veths do go Kraken, and at this point, Kraken would be nice against Vi. We would lose a lot of tankiness, though. Oh, it's tough, man. Tough call. Bel'Veth's pretty much all physical damage on her Q, her E. I guess her R is true damage. They have so much damage. Vi goes in, she's just killing people for free. Nars did like nothing to her. Morgana dies on impact. That's just, they almost kill Janna, and they basically kill Gnar, and they take 200 damage for it. It's just not enough. We can't even fight this. We can't. It's just not fightable. Morg died instantly. Janna goes in 1v5 mode. Makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna have to drag this game out basically until Jinx can start to contribute. Until Jinx Janna can get about as much value as the MF. Because as is, that is just not happening. Weird fight going on mid here. I'll head over. I have Ghost. They seem to always have vision of me. Like when I'm in a brush, they walk around and then they pinch me hard. MF's somewhat retreating there. I don't know if this is worded or not. We don't have teammates to help us. This doesn't feel like a good fight. If I can get full lethal tempo stack off this guy, then maybe. What? We survived the burst with our E, but now Vayne's gonna kill my Jinx and Janna. Ooh, that's actually a pretty big Gnar engage. That's huge. That is actually so good for us. I'm gonna go into the lavender. Easy peasy. All right, that's huge. I'll take some credit for that. We soaked a lot of pressure and we didn't die. Just make sure you're spamming your Q when you come out of your E so you don't get CC'd immediately. Because while you're channeling your E, they're trying to like set up some moves on you. A lot of times they hold on to it because they know your E gets 70% damage reduct. But as you're coming out, they really want to kill you. It might just be it. Nope. I missed my stun. I'm gonna shred this turret though. Oh, I'm taking so much damage. Nar found a huge engage there. That was enormous. Lux is gonna get shredded. Yup. Into the lavender dash. He gets slowed and true damaged. We dash into Vayne. Oh, I can't press my button. She lived with like 50 health. I should have just retreated back on Lavender. I thought I could kill Vayne. She lives with less than 100 HP there. That's super, super unfortunate. I think we do go for Black Cleaver or Titanic, though. Extra ability haste never hurts on a manaless champ. Black Cleaver gives 30 as well. If you go for Kraken, you shouldn't need Black Cleaver. But once again, going for Kraken makes you so unbelievably squishy that you just die. And if you go Kraken, you can't go Frostfire to compensate because Frostfire is mythic. So there's really no easy build path for a Kraken Bel'Veth unless you have an amazing team comp. Like if we had an Orin top with a Galio mid and a Soraka support, then sure, I could play Kraken. We'd have so much pill and so much front line, it wouldn't matter. But we kind of are a front line for our team with Shield Bow. Vayne needs to die. She can kite us out really hard. Ghost Flash. Bork Abusal. We currently have 113% extra attack speed off passive. Good thing Bel'Veth attack speed doesn't overcap. Doesn't get capped off there. I'd rather just go for Dragon, honestly. It might be kind of hard to fight though, because of the MFR is the main thing. MFR in tight spaces can be rather troublesome. If a teammate makes a bad engage, if a teammate thinks, oh, this is a good engage, but they're not engaging on MF, and then she whips our whole team with her R, then it's a bad engage. She has her Phantom Dancer stacked. I don't want to fight her like this. Yeah, later, Vayne. Nice try, buddy. Sick move, my dude. Yeah, you can't chase Bel'Veth. It's not possible. There's not even LeBlanc can really keep up with Bel'Veth. If Bel'Veth has all 4 dashes up, it's hard. She's super squirrely, moves wild. She just gave me full attack speed and coral. Sick. Hey, you turn. Nice. I need more attack speed off this guy. Oh, I got hit by Lux shenanigans. I gotta go heal off of something like Dragon. We did so much damage, but we couldn't kill Vayne. And then Morg dies. Nar found a good pick, but I'm not even over there. I got all my health back now, so he's gonna think I just left him to die. Do I have coral somewhere? I guess I can just get it off Dragon. It's fine. I don't think I can end, but I should be able to fight MF and Vi at the same time, especially with red buff. All we need is 2 dashes to get to MF, really. Oh, this is weird. I don't know if I should do this. I'm looking at the items and it's hard to say. I don't know. It is so hard to say. We are extremely mobile. Pop my E, get her with my blue smite. Oh, the dashes, the jukes. Goodbye. It's so hard to kill Bel'Veth, man. So fast. Dash away. Vayne gets jebaited. Goodbye, Vayne. It definitely helps to have a John and Morgana late game. It doesn't hurt. Whew, look at that attack speed, man. Look at them punches. Let's take a look at damage dealt, damage taken. What a game. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did have the most in the game. For damage taken, most in the game. See, even with Shield Bow, the lifesteal you get from Bork, Shield Bow, Bloodthirster is so much that you're still the tankiest person on your team. It's disgusting. Lifesteal is overpowered, and Heal Cut is way over nerfed. For runes, Giga high value, 209 seconds of max out uptime. We maxed it out on 20 different occasions. Really good stats there. If you guys enjoyed this Bel'Veth carry video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.